If you imagine being like Oscar, right? He's still alive. You kind of see that record you could cling on to for 40 years. You were Mr. Triple Double, and now he's Mr. Triple Double. What are you left with? I think that's how Kareem is feeling because there was some reports, and LeBron was asked about it. LeBron says he has no relationship with Kareem, and he's not even looking for one.
I
And that
heard
won't
that.
come as surprise for a lot of you LeBron fans, Bron stans, Bron sexuals, whatever you want to call them, because Kareem has repeatedly taken shots at Bron. And it's kind of been for questionable things, right? Like he should have been louder against the vaccine. LeBron's vaccinated. He should have done more for social justice. Who's doing more in the NBA? Like it's head scratchers, and you wonder if there's a little bit of jealousy there. You wouldn't think so for a guy that's been as good to the game as LeBron is. But yeah, it's kind of frosty right now between the two greats. It's gonna be weird. They're donning the same colors. When he passes his record, you gotta show face. You know what I mean? Like Kareem's
You gotta
gonna be
pull
in the
up.
building.
Yeah, yeah. There's no doubt, man. You said it, and I kind of feel bad for him, right? You cling on to this thing for so long, right? Kareem's been clinging on to this thing since the '80s. Oscar Robertson probably since the '60s or '70s. I don't want to make him too old, right? But yeah, the relationship between LeBron and Kareem kind of surprised me because these are two guys who have been the face of the league at one point in time. You know, have more similarities than you would assume, more similarities than things that weren't the same, right? I'm interested about it, but at the same time, I'm not surprised because at the end of the day, alpha's gonna butt heads, and Kareem's an alpha, LeBron's an alpha, and I think that's what it comes down to. Plus, Kareem, I have to be real here. I love me some Kareem, but Kareem, he is the aggressor in this one. He's the one who started the beef with LeBron, and LeBron just like, I'm playing the cut ball, man. All right. So
Yeah. And question is Kareem is Muslim, right? I think he is.
he is. He is.
Yeah. I don't know if that plays a part because there is a part of the Muslim community that I've read online has a problem with LeBron because he's not talking. He's quick to stand up for other social disadvantaged groups, but the whole China situation, and I think there
The
had
Muslims
some.
over there.
Yeah, there's something shady going on. I still have to do more research before I can speak on it publicly, but
Yeah.
there's definitely
Yeah.
something shady going on with Bron and them cutting him that big B check. He seems like he's piped down on that issue. So
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. At the end of the day, right? There's only so many things you could do and so many issues you can tackle, right? And I wouldn't be surprised, and this is coming from a Muslim person, if LeBron just wasn't aware or maybe not as educated as this topic as he is the other ones, because it's not in his face as with these other ones where it's, it's almost as if you either are obliged to stand up or you have no principle, right? Whereas these situations, it's not in your face. It's not as visceral. I say all that to say this, man. LeBron James, the Michael Jordans, the Tom Bradys, the Cristiano Ronaldos are always going to be held to a higher standard than everybody else. Oh, they did this, but why didn't they do that? Oh, they took care of this, but they're dropping the ball in this. It's like at the end of the day, instead of appreciating the good that they do, we sometimes want to point the finger at some of the things they might have overlooked or not been able to do, right? Because we are all human beings. So I do want to say I take that with a grain of salt because Brown Bond, for the most part, man, that guy is a social justice warrior. Like, he's always outspoken. He always lets it known how he's felt. And I think if he knew more about it, if he had the opportunity to research it and study it, I think he'd talk about it. But LeBron's also an educated, smart guy. He's not going to talk about something he also doesn't really know much about.
Really on the plug, really on the